Thursday, the 17th of May 2018, Deputy Sam Mézec grabbed the 8th and final senator's spot in a dramatic, last-minute surge to victory, finishing with 11,007 votes, just 123 more than Moz Scott, who finished 9th in the poll. In the words of Reform Jersey colleague Deputy Montfort Tadier, Deputy Mézec pulled an Ozouf by making the top 8 in the senator's poll in the final vote of the night, with the help of Street Helier, where he topped the poll with 3,118 votes. The evening was a tense one at the Mayf Hotel, where Reform Jersey gathered to wait out the results. 13 of the party's candidates, Mary Ailing Phillip, Jamie Boylan, Tom Coles, Chloe Freeman, Kelly Langdon, Jan Mesh, John McNichol, Samantha Morrison, Fiona O'Sullivan, Julian Rogers, Ann Southern, Garrell Tucker and Sarah Westwater, didn't make it through in the poll, putting a dampener on the celebrations. Most of the party's unlucky candidates left before the clock even struck midnight, with only a handful sticking around to support their party chairman. The deputy himself left the room early on, moving to the hotel lobby to wait for more results. Despite the encouragements of his fellow party members, Deputy Mézec sounded defeatist, tweeting soon after 0:00, "Doesn't look good, folks." The tension eventually proved too much for Deputy Mézec, who went home just before 1:30. Freshly re-elected Deputy Montfort Tadier addressed the dozen people still at Reform's headquarters as things were looking tight for Deputy Mézec, who was 974 votes behind Moz Scott, the 8th senator after Street Clement declared. Deputy Tadier told the party's supporters that Mézec had left and was in good hands with his family. Pictured, while Deputy Mézec retreated home, a core group of supporters waited for the results. A core team of supporters, including Deputies Jeff Southern and Montfort Tadier, Chloe Freeman, John McNichol, Jamie Boylan and Karina Alves, stuck around at the Mayfair to wait for the final results. They kept hopes alive until the last minute, cheering on Deputy Mézec each time his name was called out in the results. As the Street Helier results were announced, the group erupted with joy, cheering on Deputy Mézec, who hadn't reappeared. Deputy Tadier said that should teach him not to leave too early. He gave credit to all the party members who campaigned and got the vote out by meeting parishioners on their doorsteps, ultimately helping Deputy Mézec achieving high results in Street Helier, St. Saviour and St. Brelade. It shows that in Jersey, the deputies who knock on doors and do the casework as well, sometimes get elected. Concluding his short address, Deputy Tadier said Deputy Mézec had pulled an Ozouf, and urged voters not to leave it too tight in the next election, as our hearts can't deal with this. Pictured, freshly re-elected Deputy Jeff Southern celebrates Deputy Mézec victory as senator. With Tadier's victory in St. Brelade No. 2 and a clean sweep in Street Helier No. 2, the party brought its number of members in the states to 5, 2 more than in the previous assembly. Current Deputy Jeff Southern topped the poll with 628 votes, while newcomers Karina Alves, whom Deputy Tadier applauded for being the first Portuguese dual national elected to the assembly, and Rob Ward, took 605 and 612 respectively. Speaking just after midnight, Rob Ward said he was looking forward to working with St. Helier No. 2 and to serving as a deputy. "It is genuinely an honor," he confided. Teacher, Rob said education will be a subject close to his heart, and one that he will tackle as soon as he gets to the assembly, along with housing costs for working people. "There are huge issues with education and we need to change the education paradigm we have." Pictured, Rob Ward and Karina Alves, St. Helier District No. 2 new deputies. Looking at reform's results as a whole, Deputy-elect Ward said that they provide the party with a strong platform that will allow all candidates to be vocal. "We will hold to account all the independents who made promises at the hustings," he said. Speaking of party politics and whether Jersey is ready for them, the newly elected deputy said that a process has started and that reform has made a huge dent into the argument. "We chipped away and we will continue to build on it for the next 4 years." His colleague, Karina Alves, said her election was overwhelming and left her speechless. "I am honored that constituents have faith in me. I want to be one of those faces that is out there and actively involved in the community. I think most politicians are not involved enough. At the end of the day, we wouldn't be here without the community." Born in Jersey to Portuguese parents, Deputy-elect Alves has a dual nationality and she hopes she will be able to give the Portuguese community a voice in the assembly. The price of accommodation will however be her first task. "I just hope, as a whole, that people will look at me and think, I can do it too, stand for election. I hope I can do everybody proud."